And that's how it's done. Welcome, everybody. East of Elvins 310 Podcast. Got your boy Trevioli coming at you at 11:39 on March 8th with the one, the only Show Me Green on the left.
Morning.
Didn't hear back from J-Dog. Hope everything's all right. I know that the time change might have got somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Damn time change out there, man.
Yeah, it got me last
Remember
night.
when we were in high school, they were like, oh, man, they're going to do away with that. We're going to quit doing this. I hear it every time.
I hear it every year that they're talking. Yeah, they're talking
they
about
don't.
getting rid of it. No, they aren't going to. We're still an agriculture-based society, and it's for the farmers. So
Yeah, and we forget about that.
yeah,
So not only people growing weed, there's people out there growing vegetables and fruit and soybeans and corn. And
the important stuff that we need for survival. You know,
what is this monster you rolled up? Show me.
that's the Rainbow Guava by Pomelo Punch. It was still curing, but right now I'm not regretting rolling it up.
Looking good so far. It's tasting good.
Yeah, it's 3 weeks in the dry tent.
It's not bad at all, man.
I'm kind
That
of
just
surprised.
makes you wonder now that. Also, whenever you were rolling that up, all the keef that was in the center of it.
Oh yeah, that was insane. I took a picture of that.
Yeah, we'll be posting that on social media. You have to check it out there on the Show Me Green page, because after he put it in the whacket, the keef was at probably like almost a quarter gram,
Yeah, it was insane.
which basically is just going to make the like I said, basically a soft infused joint, which is going good. And the ashes are white, which I'm loving.
Yeah, ashes are white. It's smooth too. That's my main thing I was worried about. I just didn't want to be coughing the whole time.
Being with that papaya, maybe that's what. Oh, guavas are really smooth too, though.
Yeah, I think a big part of it is just the cure, you know, and it's still in mid cure, but yeah, like I said, I can't complain.
No, I have no regrets either on that. Thank you for sharing that and getting the show started with something wonderful. Our grows and our goals this summer, some people's been asking. A lot of people looking forward to getting their outdoor grow going. The storm.
Yeah.
The storm we had the other day that washed out my entire driveway, put a river in the center of my yard. Can you imagine if that would have happened mid-grow?
Dude, you just look out your window and you see your pot plants just drifting by in the
100%.
water.
Or just laying down with leaves and the water just running over them, because it happened to that one tall one I had last year. Remember, it laid down.
Over. Yeah,
I had to spike it and stake it up.
Yeah, dude, that was a lot of rain. I didn't even check to see how much we got.
They said
inch-wise.
They said that bridge on Davis Crossing wasn't flossing. They said the water was over it.
Yeah.
It was. That bridge shut down. I've never, in 39 years of being out here, seen water exceed that. And it's crazy because to get over that bridge, it's way up in that cattle field. And I know y'all don't know our geography, but if you ever go road tripping and check out the Davis Crossing, you'll know when you come to the railroad tracks. That's crazy the water was up over that.
Yeah.
Like I said, it might have been one of the first times I've heard of that. But yeah, I can just imagine what damage of the bud rot and everything would happen at that point.
Yeah, it's pretty much just start over. But luckily, it's only February, you know, so there's not a whole lot of, hopefully, there's not a lot of outdoor.
We're all saying
going.
that. Everybody's already thinking about that outdoor grow and stuff. You got to keep thinking about this because, yeah, with weather's being nice and warm and kind of not being normal, that means storms. And if not storm, wind. And that wind's just as damaged as what the storm is itself.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, also with that kind of amount of waterfall and everything, even if you're growing indoors, man, and you got growing in a basement, a lot of people had to take and worry about their basements flooding.
Yep, a lot of that was happening, and people were, you know, if it happened once, it happened again. It was just that much rain. But it's crazy how fast it drops too.
Yeah,
it just like washes everything. And yes, I said wash. It just cleans everything, pushes it debris everywhere. It's crazy. Yeah. I can imagine being a cattle or a horse out there. I mean. And just nonstop rain.
Well, I work in Terrelac, you know, so I had to take and cross over Big River on 8.
Yeah, I heard that was almost up too.
They had Germania, the main entrance off of 8 into Terrelac, completely shut down. But that Big River, those two giant cattle fields that are on the side, I've never seen the river that high up, but it covered those fields.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's high.
That's really, really high.
I'd say probably 15 to 20 feet. If not more than that, because of the bridge.
Dude, that river was raging, though.
So it's crazy. But some of the goals that I got for this summer is I got with my buddy Burger, and he's the Show Me Grow, and he's going to throw me 3 or 4 of those skunk heroes I had last year.
Oh, okay.
I even think he said he had clones on him. So that's going to be my outdoor, and I'm thinking about doing a raised bed like the garden.
Mm-hmm.
You think I should do that, or do you think I should do pots? I thought about doing pots and doing them on pallets too.
I do a raised bed personally.
Do a raised bed, and that's what I was thinking. Easier to keep the soil. I can cover it up through the winter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, basically keep it treating it and whatnot. Because dirt's not cheap. It's about $30 a bag.
No, taking care of your soil is going to be the best thing that you can possibly do for your grow.
And that's nice, especially if you got like my wife has one out there, compost.
Yeah. If you got fresh compost, that's even better.
Yeah, we bought one of those things that spin.
Yeah, the little composter.
I don't like the idea of it, but it works.
It does work, you know. And, yeah, it's really good. You just got to be careful what you put into your compost because there's certain things you don't want to take and feed your plants. You know, like even putting your eggshells and everything in there is great. That'll break down into calcium.
What things would you recommend not going in there that some people wouldn't think?
Well,
what about peels of fruit?
A lot. Most fruits are going to be pretty good because you need natural sugars in soil. That your sugars is kind of like it's your sweeteners for finishing, but then also it gives energy to the microbes.
Makes sense. It keeps them hungry, keeps them feeding, moving.
Yeah, it's just like us. Whenever we need a little pick-me-up, you normally go for something a little bit like either caffeine or with sugar or something like that. You know, it's kind of
making it that.
Yeah, I mean, but you can take and toss. Banana peels are great. Banana peels are really great because it's a really good source of potassium, and plants love it. That's why I make like banana water. In the last few weeks of their life, I'll just take and toss in a few banana peels into my my water as it's bubbling.
Oh, really?
And let it bubble for 24 hours, and then I water them that, and the next day all their leaves are standing up. And
oh, wow. That's a fun fact for everybody there. Do you recommend on the compost and taking the sticker off of the fruit before it goes in there?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd take off any kind of sticker and stuff like that, you know.
Just because I know it's stuck on there, some people might throw that in there not thinking about it, but then again, you're putting toxins in there.
Yeah.
Of adhesive. And you
shouldn't have to worry. I mean, normally I would take and wash off all my fruit whenever we first get it because they're putting anti-aging kind of shit on it and that mist that's in the stores. It's like it kind of seals in so the fruit doesn't go so bad so quickly. And that's like where you get those weird coatings when you bite into an apple and you get a weird bitter taste at first. It's because of shit that they sprayed on there. So wash off your fruit beforehand. And if you didn't, then wash off your peels before you toss them into the compost pile.
Okay,
makes sense. I don't know what the chemical is, but...
If I would lean over while that's misting, would it help refine me?
I don't know. You try it out. Let me know.
All right, I will follow up on that, guys. Let you know once I go to Walmart. Because I mean, it might be the magical secret that everybody's looking for.
Probably not. It'll probably just burn the shit out of your eyes.
No, right. Security to produce.
You guys going nuts over here.
So that's definitely gonna be my plans. I know you're inside because you're in town. J Dog, I'm sure he's gonna get some stuff outdoor going.
Yeah.
Again, hope everything's well. Medical cards is something that people reach out to me about. People are still wanting them, and I understand that's not really. It don't benefit a lot of people. It kind of hurts me right now because they have to tell me no when I'm over my allotment and with high edibles and concentrates.
Yeah, it'll knock it down pretty quick.
But I also understand the reason why someone wants it. You know what I mean? Like, there's people out there working, and if they have it, it just is nice to know that I'm using this for medicinal, whether you are or not, and it's an alibi. It's something that you paid for that that's all you can do. You know, it's the best way to protect yourself. But there is a lot of bullshit sites out there and stuff, and you don't want to spend money and get something that isn't true. So I stand behind 420 ID.
That's what I use for mine.
420id.com. Do they still mail you a hard copy?
Yeah.
That's the best thing ever because people will print them out and put them in their wallet and take them in and out. And as they go into the dispos, eventually, if they're coming in every other day, that motherfucker gets worn out, bro.
Yeah, and shoot, man, mine's plastic, and it still got wore out from going in and out of the wallet.
So in Missouri, you have to have it. So it has to be able to scan. So just a picture, you got a screensaver on your phone or whatnot, sometimes it make it hard. So people having that hard copy is just nice to have.
Yeah.
Sometimes people print it off and then they laminate it and it just don't always scan. It gives an extra glare or whatnot.
Yeah, those.
This is solid. Show me green. That keef is making it hard to hit in the middle there.
Yeah, it's. I like it, man.
It's tasting very good and smooth.
It is
for uncured.
Yeah, Thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah.
Looking forward to this one on the
slow
market.
burner, too.
Very much. But
imagine this cross the strawberry bubbles.
Oh.
Yeah.
What would it be called?
I don't know. Because this one doesn't even have a name right now. It came from testers.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's not even named right now.
Okay.
So whenever you're taking your breeding, you send out tester seeds to people, and then you wait for their feedback, and then that's where you'll make your final decision. Like, okay, I'm going to put those seeds into production. So it hasn't even gone into production.
Well,
yet.
I think it's amazing.
As a named strain.
What do you think your turnover yield of that was?
What I have to say about this plant is this plant had giant, chunky buds, like you saw, extremely covered in resin. It was probably one of the easiest plants to grow that I've grown because I literally put it in the soil and then I top dressed once and then it was watering the whole time. So I just pretty much set it and forget it in my 3x3. So no complaints there. For what it was, dude, it had a great yield. It's still curing. I don't take away everything until I'm done. Everything is left. I don't want water weight. That's why I don't bother. Like some people will take it away before they even put it in the dry tent, which I would understand because you want to know how much you can stand to lose.
So in the industry, that is, you have to weigh as soon as you chop the plant down, even with the tag on, you have to weigh it. And that's probably it. Just some of the data as far as moisture loss and how long, because they want that fast cure. And that's the difference between a lot of cannabis out there and dispos and cannabis out there that people grow. When it's stickier, they're taking time, they're curing it, like you said.
Dude, a slow cure, a slow dry, and a proper cure it makes a huge difference. It's like it makes or breaks the weed. If you dry too fast, then you get chlorophyll still trapped in there. Then you have a bunch of hay, right? If you wait too long, then when you go to grind it, it just turns into dust, right? So and you lose all of your terpenes at that point. So there's a balancing act. There's like a middle ground that you got to find there, and get it. But very good yielder. Is a really good yielder. I don't know for sure, but after a few years, you kind of get to where you can tell.
Yeah.
But all the buds, all the way down the entire plant, were dense like that.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So lighting was good. Lateral lighting was in there. You had them scog-netted probably.
Yeah, they had a scrog net on them. 'Cause this one, I took pictures of it. It's on my Facebook, but you can see the tops were starting to fall over. Everything was just falling over because it's just these giant baseball bats.
I've had that happen before in my 5x5, which I had to take twine, and I actually tied and hung them just so they wouldn't snap. I'm trying to keep them up because once a bud drops below the node of the arm, it can slow down the growth. Like if you bend it down, more energy is gonna go to that other side. Sometimes you don't want that to happen, especially whenever in the heavy bud, So that's all I could think to do, because if it would have snapped it, I don't know, it would have lost energy. Not sure what would happen to the bud.
Yeah, no, you really don't want any of your branches snapping or anything like that past like the second week of flower. Because I've noticed that it really drops down that branch's production if you do. That's why I like super cropping. Whenever I'm training, I won't super crop past week 2.
Okay.
And that's where, you just pinch the branch in between your two knuckles.
Yeah.
And just keep rolling it there until the branch falls over. You're actually cracking the membrane on the branch, and that's why it's falling. Don't do that past week 2, though.
Yeah. Not enough time for it to come back.
No, because it's still like in mid-stretch. And you don't really want to interrupt that stretch, because it's going through its conversion process from... Before it just was thinking, okay, I need to get all my leaves so that I can get big and strong. Well, then once it hits that light change, it says, oh, okay, well, I'm dying, is what they think. So then it's like, okay, I have to reproduce. And then it goes into its flowering cycle. Well, it has a lot of different chemicals that are changing in the plant for it to change over from green leaf to flowers,
Right.
It needs a whole new set of food, and it's going to be completely different. So you don't really want to mess with it during that process. That's why I like whenever you go do your defoliation, take and defoliate right before you flip them to flower. Give them a couple of days to recover, and then go ahead and flip. and then you're good to take and defoliate again at about the 3-week mark, because they go through their stretch, which is the first 18 to 21 days, and they get to their max height and their bushiness out to the sides, and then from there, they're going to be switching over to bud production. But you get a little bit of a lull in between that stretch and before when they're really starting to stack.
And that's with photos,
Yeah.
just so everybody know. Because I'm doing the autos. As you know, mine all popped yesterday. It was a big day at this household.
Awesome, man. Got a bunch of babies.
2, but they both did pop. They are both from genetics that you gave me a long time ago that I've just kept in a cool, dark place. And
Awesome.
We talked about storage before, so it was something. I had it been there. I was like, strawberry nuggets, and crema de Kim.
Oh, yeah.
And I also had a shout out to a friend that brought some seeds to me. He grows too, and he follows us, listener. He does really good work. Smell that bud in that bag right there. He brought that for me to try, and I'm like, dude, that's amazing. And he ended up giving me one of those seeds too.
Golden Daddy.
Now these are autos. This is an auto, but I am very, very impressed with it. So I trimmed back a little bit more on it, but it just got a really good smell to it. And I'm like, man, and then he tossed me one of those seeds. So I didn't know if these were going to pop or not, but I have those seeds too. And then I found that strawberry banana back here. So again, going back to the 420 ID, me and Show Me Green, we both have our medical license with our cultivations through them. So it's nice that it's good for 3 years now.
Yeah,
It sucks having to deal with that every year because it's crazy how fast a year goes by.
Yeah, it goes by really quick, and it's not cheap for a cultivator either. You know,
Not at all. I think now it's 150 for the med and cultivation for 3 years.
Yeah,
roughly something like that. I'm good on that. Show Me Green for a minute. But yeah, to answer questions to some of our listeners that wanted that medical cards, that's 420id.com. Don't be careful. Just make sure if you're clicking around that it's a legit site. So I know those are real. That's why I wanted to say that. Weed event coming up. Sorry, the sound effect board's down. But we do have an event coming. It's going to be Canna Craft 4. This is going to be in Arnold, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, man. There's going to be lots of good vendors, genetics.
So it's going to be on 5557 U.S. Highway 6167 in Imperial. If you Google Canna Craft 4, you will find this. But it's going to be a great event. There's a bunch of vendors there. Kindway Farms is some good people that we know. We had one of these listeners come in and drop this flyer off in the shop. And us and a lot of bud tenders are going to be going to this.
Yeah.
So it's going to be on the March 21st from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. Stoner Gum's going to be there.
Yep. Which is going to be amazing. That'll be fun. But there's a lot of vendors. The more I read, the more they got going on. A bunch of competitions. There'll be glass there. 21 or older, $5 to enter. 20 and under, free. All age access to craft vendors. So there'll be hippie vendors. There'll be t-shirts. There'll be everything. Food. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we're going to need it. It's a requirement for our events.
There's always good food, right?
There better be food.
But it's an Imperial, so we don't have to drive all the way to Lake of the Ozarks. It'd be a good time to come across some good product.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I'm hoping I know it's being hosted by Mythic Genetics.
Yes, and we've had a couple seeds from them. Haven't got to run.
Haven't ran them, but
we have them.
Got a pack of them. I'll be checking those out whenever I get up there, too. Be good to talk to them.
Just so everybody know, update with me applying to Survivor.
Yeah, what's the update?
The update is I still haven't heard back yet.
Damn, they're dragging their feet, aren't they?
They're. I think they're just watching all the reels, maybe all the episodes first.
Okay.
If we were on the island, Show Me Green, we had to, and our rule was we had to take 5 items from a dispo. What 5 items would you take?
Are they like the only 5 items that I have?
They're the only 5 items you have, yeah. And it's got to come from a dispo. And Survivor lasts, I think it's 29 days now.
Okay.
So a little bit over a month.
Okay.
What's your 5 items? I'm going to start with at least an ounce of weed because you can buy ounces in equivalents of an ounce.
Yeah.
So it's one item. So that's 1 ounce of flour.
What's the biggest food items that you have in the shop?
The biggest food items as far as milligrams?
No, just like sustenance, like actual food items.
Like gummies or...
Do you have like bags of Cheetos? Do you have like,
not necessarily my shop, but yeah, they are out there. So
Yeah.
yeah, anything really. Not just my shop.
Okay.
So I'm definitely taking an ounce of flour, and I would take a 6-pack of wheat sodas.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Well, I'm not going to take
Wait a minute.
concentrate because that'd be a huge pain in the ass. That takes so many items for concentrate unless you got like vape pens.
That's the
vape
thing.
pens would last a really long time.
What if you if you found... Here's the thing. We go to this island, bro, and we got our 5 items. We then turn into MacGyver on some things.
All right, I need
Because if I take an
gum.
ounce of flour, what good's it going to do me if I don't have papers?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But I could get a piece of wood. I could carve a pipe. Same thing with concentrate. You could maybe get a stone and hollow it out.
Chisel it out.
And then get another piece of stone and just keep it on the fire where it's real hot. So you can just kind of like a hash pipe.
Or what if I just hit it with like a what those the
Magnifying glass?
magnifying glass.
That's
If
an
you took a
item. I don't have magnifying glass in the dispo. It is.
Yeah.
You know what I do have in there I got to take? A lighter.
Yeah, we'll definitely need a lighter. That's pretty much
One light.
that's a required item for
and
sure.
keep a fire going the whole time. You know what I mean?
So we got a lighter for sure.
That's my third item.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take like weed drinks, edible like sodas.
You're gonna take a 6-pack too?
Yeah, like because I don't know what's gonna be on that island to drink.
That's true, man.
What kind of flour are you taking?
Might have to take 2 ounces of flour.
Yeah, what kind?
That might be my
what
fourth
kind are you taking?
and
like-
sativa. Whatever indica I could get.
Dude, I think for sativa, honestly, I love Ghost Train Haze. I haven't had that in a really long time.
My Traviolis has super lemon haze in it. And that shit, haze. When you smell a haze,
A good haze.
a good haze is fucking head high, man.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be overwhelming.
But you only need a little bit of it. So an ounce of it will last a really long time. But you're going to need energy for building shit. And you're not going to want to care about doing it. True. So strong sativa would probably be pretty good. And then at night, whenever the sand is all everywhere and you're
true.
fighting off sand crabs and sand fleas and
gnats,
shit, you're going to need a really strong indica.
That's true. And then my last item, my 5th one, would be the fattest book of papers I could get.
Yeah.
Like 2 ounces.
Don't you sell
6-pack.
like glass pipes? There's
Yeah,
silicone,
I do.
silicone
No, I have
pipes?
glass and no, I have silicone, but I have glass. That actually would have been pretty. That's multiple uses of the lighter, though. That we
Unless you start a fire with it and then you use like palm leaves and shit.
yes.
To keep it
Oh,
lit.
dude, it'd probably burn better.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't get that butane hit.
Yeah, dude, and we don't need the king palms anymore. We're rolling shit out of our own palm leaves on the island.
That's true. We have time to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what happens on this Survivor Island, guys. If me and Show Me Green's out there, and that's the show. It's like 90% of it is how are we going to maintain our high?
Yeah.
What are we going to eat for munchies and food?
Yeah.
Will we remember where our hut is whenever we go look for stuff, you know? We'll be carrying our backpacks.
Yeah.
You know, we'll be on the show, and that'll be our one thing. I have our 5 items in it. And that'll be, won't even know where the hut's at, you know? They come looking for us. We got like 4 different huts that we've built, because luckily Show Me Green knows how to build shit.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I could build a hut.
The only thing is that I don't know how beneficial I'd be out there, because being a wee guy on that island,
You're good at fishing, right?
as long as they ain't catfish, and there ain't no catfish in the ocean.
No, so you're good.
That's
Dude,
good.
You'll just be fishing. I'll build.
They
shit,
are
you
at the
fish.
Cook Islands, this Survivors. That's where we would be at.
Okay.
So,
Well,
coconut water.
We're amongst your people then, the Cook Islands.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. So yeah, just that's the update on Survivor. I know everybody's been wondering. I'm still waiting for that phone call. I'm sure I'll get it soon. With that being said, want to give a moment of silence, a very short one for our soldiers lost. Sad moments. Heard something the other day by a customer, and my mouth dropped, and I had to have somebody help lift it up. She's buying stirrables because they are making popsicles with real fruit.
Genius.
And I said, oh my God, that is absolutely genius.
Yeah.
Because you just fill it up, you mix it, and you know what I mean? And that one serving would be 15 or 25 milligrams. So Travis will be doing that.
Dude, I mean, when you think about it, you can do that with anything. Like, we make homemade ice cream sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
You could take and just put in stirrables into homemade ice cream.
Never thought of this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty amazing. Those are in the shop as well. We say this because they're products you don't really hear about much, but these are something that's very nice, and you know your dose. So you can actually, adults only, 21 or plus.
Yep.
Definitely keep away from the kids because they get jealous when they see a popsicle.
Yeah, make sure if you're making those that you got them marked and hidden in the back of the freezer where the kids can't get them.
Stones. Summer's coming soon. It's going to be warming up out there. Golfers, fishers, hikers, all that stuff. No gummies are good when they melt.
Yeah.
And the better they are, usually the less pectin is what I like, so they melt faster. So it's hard if you don't have a cooler to keep them in a baggie. I recommend basically the gemstones or some kind of lozenge. Something that's hard. That's what I'm going to use when I'm kayaking. Or them fucking Canna dips. I still love the Canna dips, bro.
I tried them once. I like them. They're kind of pricey, man.
They are
for what it is. I'm not trying to.
I'm gonna try it. No, they are.
It's a little pricey.
It's like $40, I think, for 250 milligrams or something like that.
Yeah. But
I'll give you some when we get up because they are fun.
What kind do you got? You got
I got both of them.
Okay, because they have like a daytime and a nighttime one, right?
Well, they have a daytime, a hybrid one, and a nighttime. But I got the sativa, and then I got the hybrid.
Okay, cool.
I didn't get no indica. Would be weird. I mean, you don't want to be tired and fall asleep with that in your mouth.
No, but
and I've actually heard of people doing it.
A lot of people they take and they put in a dip before they go to sleep, and then they take it out. It's like how you go out to have a cigarette before you go to bed.
Yeah. Fair.
They'll put one in for like 15, 20 minutes and then take it out and go to sleep. So it's just kind of a replacement for that. That's kind of cool, though, that they have one if it actually helps you fall asleep. Does it
is like CBN.
CBN.
Mm-hmm. Them little extra cannabinoids. This one comes from our listener. She reached out to me this morning. Do you lose potency if you grind up cannabis in a coffee grinder? And can I throw in hash into it as well? So we do that. We talked about this a lot. Not a whole lot, but as far as like grinding bud, I use the Wacket. The Wacket's got them little BBs in it. Yeah. Basically, we'll beat it all up and whips the keef in the center. Coffee grinder, I think, is a little excessive because there's blades. I feel like a lot of weed will get trapped in crevices and stuff that it won't come out, so the weed will age at that time. But putting hash in with your weed when you're grinding it, yes, it will bind it together. I usually like grinding my flour and then taking the hash and then kind of kneading it with my fingers, which I've heard from my boy Bud Tender Jake and my inventory manager Zach. If you knead it together, it just kind of bonds with the bud, and it makes sense. So grinding it together, just mixing it together, it will actually bond together. But you might lose that if you do it in a coffee grinder.
Yeah, and what I'm thinking too is hash is kind of sticky, so I imagine quite a bit of it will just stick to the blades in the coffee grinder. And if your bud, if your trichromes and everything, if it is sticky, I imagine you are going to lose some potency on what it's getting stuck to and left behind. Right,
and eventually it's going to cake up, and there's just some. You're gonna want to you're gonna throw that thing in a fire and be able to smoke it. So with that being said, Sharon, I would check out the Wacket grinder. It's easy to grind. You basically just push down on it. It's rechargeable. It'll keep it all together, and it's easy to clean. So you're getting all your trichomes in your head and your THC that you can in there. Her second question was, do you think that if I grind it in there and then grind coffee beans and make coffee, will I get high? And at first we were like, man, that might be a thing, right? Because we're like, if temperature is over 220
Yeah, yeah. If the water was hot enough.
to decarb the weed.
Yeah.
It on there. The thing is, we looked it up and you can't because it needs time. It needs to be decarbed for like roughly about 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, it needs to be decarbed for a while, and THC, it doesn't bind to water, and that's the main liquid that's used for coffee. So it won't actually bind and stay in the liquid because it's an oil.
Right.
So it will actually separate and all sit on the top of the water. So if you want to do something like that, then the key is to infuse your creamer
Or butter.
or whatever kind of sweetener. You can even use honey. You can do an infused honey and then use that with your coffee. But that's because those they can bind with a fat.
Right. Yeah, the modules are basically looking for something to bond to. And computer went off there. But basically you're mostly just making weird tasting coffee at that point.
Yeah.
So if you did grind them together and brew, you'd likely get like an earthy weed flavor with no psychedelic effect, no psychoactive effects.
Yeah, because it didn't have long enough to convert over from THCA to THC.
So there's the answer for that, Sharon. I want to thank you for asking and reaching out this morning. But yeah, it's products are coming out. That's why we are trying to cover a couple products here and there, just because as they come in, they're a wow factor to me sometimes. Just like this bud I'm getting ready to show you. This bud I'm getting ready to show you is going to be Compound Z, which is basically... I'm not going to be able to show you. I was going to be able to swap it right there, but I don't want to shut it off. I'll bring it up to the camera. Super black.
Yeah, it's like completely black.
And like you said, foxtail. But if you start pulling back some of the leaves there, of them sugar leaves, you discover what's inside. Is that right?
Yep.
I just thought it was neat. I filled up a jar. Cool. That's a half a pound we got. And I was like, why is it so black? And I was looking, and I was like, man, I know that's going to be smooth. And then we looked it up, and it's apples and bananas crossed with white runts.
Yeah.
You picked the runt notes up right away when you smelt it.
Mm-hmm.
The smoothness and the head high, apples and bananas. So definitely a hybrid, kind of sativa leaning. No, it looks like it's straight 50-50, actually.
Yeah?
Yep.
That's nice. I like a good hybrid right down the middle.
Gassy and fruit. Huh?
You can smoke it anytime.
Yeah. You even said it kind of there for a little bit. Had little notes like super boof.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it had a hint of that zesty orange kind of thing going on there. So, it was good.
Heck yeah. That being said, anything else going on today?
No, actually getting the grill out today.
Are you?
Looking forward to that. We went over to that center cut.
I haven't been there yet.
Shop. They got some really awesome stuff in there, man. They got some good stuff. We picked up some different summer sausages, and then I picked up some New York strips.
Oh, okay.
And they got some really, really good stuff in there.
Always get hungry at the end of the show, bro.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I wonder why that happened. Oh, and I got to take down the Christmas lights.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not really looking
forward
to that part. You can't just do the... Well, I'll be doing that.
Yep. When you get them up
you
there,
just give them a good yank and you pull the whole thing off. Hey, babe, catch the end.
It comes down.
Yeah.
Well, do it and be safe. Make sure you give your time the in-between smoke sessions on ladders. Ladders are not fun. Well, you're on ladders all the time. You're kind of professional at that. So
yeah.
If anybody's able to take lights down, you're probably the dude to be able to take lights down.
Yeah. I climb on quite a bit.
But with that being said, thanks for tuning in. Hope you all have a great spring. Get those seeds ready. It won't be long. We'll be putting them in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have updates with my grow as well. Looking forward to that.
All right, man. Yeah. Take it easy, everybody.
Peace.
Happy Sunday.